he's asking you to rationalize the denominator. What's mean denominator? Is the bottom part, right? Assume that all variables represent positive real numbers. So here I have square root of 15 over square root of x. I split them. One on the top and one in where? In the bottom. I need to get rid of this because it's not allowed as a mathematician to leave square root in the denominator. So what should I do? Multiply this times what? Square root of x. Because if you multiply times square root of x, what they give you? This times this. Yeah. What's the square root of x squared? X. So what's the answer here? X. Is this clear? What about the top? If you play in the bottom?
You have to pay them.
Exactly. So what would be the answer? His answer is going to be 15 square root of like this, or it's going to be like this?
Like the down one.
The second one, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, 25% of the student, they say, I will cancel. 25% of the student, they say, if you have square root of 15x over x, they say I cancel x with x, and the answer is square root of 15. Are you among those 25% of the students? You put this answer? That's wrong, right? Don't do that, right? So this is your final answer. Where do you put the answer? In the box. So don't do this because this is wrong, okay? Okay, question number 14. 4x plus 6 all to the power of 1 over 3. Okay, the question comes here. What does it mean when I say, if I say x to the power of 1 over 3, what does it mean? No, not square root, cube root of x. Now, what if I give you something like this? 4x plus 6 to the power of 1 over 3. What does it mean? It means cube root of 4x plus 6, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this means, it means 4x plus 6, how much? What's root? Third root. Cube root. Here I have plus what? 1. Can I move the 1 to the other side? With the 3, become what? Become negative 1, correct? So become 2, correct? So I'm going to move this like this and make equal what? 2. Now, to get rid of the cube root, what should I do? Cube both sides. Okay? If you cube this with this, what happened? They cancel. This one cancel with this one. Okay? So your answer will be as follows. You're going to say 4x plus 6 equal 8. Move the 6 to the other side. 4x equal 2. X equal what? 1 over 2, because I have to divide. You have to divide both sides by what? By 4. Is this clear?
Yes.
So the solution set for number 14 is 1 over 2. Clear?
Yes.
Next question is number 15. Imaginary units. What's mean imaginary units? It's I, correct? What's as imaginary units? What? The square root of what? -1, correct? So we know that I equal square root of -1. He's asking, what is I? Which one is the correct answer? Is it the first one? No. Is it the second one? Is it this one?
I think it's the third one.
It's the last one, right?
Yes.
Well, this one.
I think it's the third one.
Third one, correct. Not the last one. Why? Because I, we said is square root of -1, right? So why I, if I say I times I, is going to be what? No, not I squared. Once again, let's do it again now. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's do it again. So I, we said I equal square root of -1. What if I say I times I?
-1.
Square root of -1 times square root of -1.
Yes.
How much this will give you?
-1.
-1. So this one and this one. Which one is the correct one?
The third one.
This one here and this one. So the third one is the correct one, not the fourth one. Okay? Number 16. Complex number. Okay? He said here what? Add. Add or subtract? Add. You have -8 plus 2 times what?
Times
That give you what?
-6.
-6i. Is this clear?
Yes.
Next one, number 17. Okay, 5i minus 4i. What should I do with the negative? What do you call it? Distribute. Negative times negative? Positive. And what else do we have here?
5.
Can I take 5 plus 4?
It will give you 9.
So your answer is 9?
9i.
I. You put the answer here. Okay? Complete the following, number 18. Complete the following sentence. The division 3 plus 4i over 4 minus 5i is performed by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by, this is called conjugate, right? Means you only change the sign of the middle. What is the sign of the middle?
Minus.
So it become what?
Plus.
So you're going to multiply times what? So you're going to multiply the top by 4 plus 5i and the bottom by 4 and plus 5i. Is this clear? So you put the answer here. Number 19. He said, fill in the blank to complete the statement below. I to the power of 24 is considered I to the power of 2, all to the power of 12. So how much is I? Square root of what? What is I square?
-1. -1.
-1. So this is going to be what? minus 1 to the power of
What? 12
12, which is going to be what?
minus 12. No. Negative 1 also.
1.
Ah.
Because if you say negative 1 to the power of 2 is how much?
1.
Negative 1 to the power of 8.
1.
Negative 1 to the power of 12.
1.
Okay?
Okay.
So this one is 1. Clear?
Yes.
Number 20. Simplify if possible. We said we are not allowed to leave negative under the square root. So we have to split this like this. Correct? What's the square root of 50? We have to split it. Perfect square number and the remaining. What's the remaining? 2, correct? What's the square root of 25?
5.
And what's the remaining?
2.
And what is the square root of negative 1?
Equal.
I, right?
Yes.
So your final answer will be what? 5?
5.
5i square root of what?
Square root of 2.
Right. Easy as easy.
So
Number 21. Subtract. Now we're doing subtraction. Before we were doing multiplication and division. Now we do subtraction. I have negative here, right? Imagine there is 1 here.
yes.
Imagine there is 1 here. So negative 1 has to distribute how many times?
So it's not
So your answer will be what?
negative 2.
Negative 2, negative
8.
8i. And what about the beginning here? We have 10 minus 3i. If you combine this together,
Give you
to give you what?
5.
5i.
No, 12 minus
And if you combine this together, what are you going to get?
8 and 12 minus 9.
So you have 8
11
minus
11
11i. That's your final answer. So you put it here. Okay? Find the product. Product means what?
more.
So I have to distribute the 2 how many times?
2 times.
And the 3 how many times?
2 times.
So let's do 2 times negative 6,
Negative 12.
2 times positive 7,
Plus 40.
negative 3 times negative 6, negative 3i times positive 7i. Before we said I is equal how much?
Negative 1.
I square equal what?
Noise.
Minus 1, correct?
Yes.
So this one is what? Minus 1 times what?
Times 20.
If you add this together, what are you going to get?
You will get 32.
30,
34.
34 or 32? 32.
30.
Okay. Now negative times negative give you what? Positive, right? And we have negative here 12 plus 32i. So let's continue here. Negative 12 plus 21. How much does this give you? Yellow subtract. You have 21. You have 12. 2 from 11. 9, right? 9. So this give you 9. And you have plus 32i. Is this clear? So that's your answer, your final answer. Put it where?
Here in the box.
Here in the box. Clear? 23. Divide. So we have to divide and put it in this form. The lower part is real, part is what? Imaginary. Okay? So let's do this. First I have to conjugate. Do what? Conjugate, right?
Yes.
So if you conjugate 4 plus I, what's the conjugate of 4 plus I? 4 minus I. It's the opposite. So you have to multiply times 4 minus. If you play in the bottom,
You play out of the other.
you play in the top. Okay? So if you multiply this times this, what are you going to get? 16
minus I squared.
minus I squared. How much is I squared?
Minus 1. Negative
So this one is minus 1 and 16. That give you what?
60.
70. Correct?
Yes, yes.
So the bottom here is how much?
70.
70. What about the top? We have to multiply the top too.
Yes.
8 minus 6i, 4 minus I. Yalla, tell me.
32.
8 times 6, 32.
No, that's times 4.
Okay, 32.
Plus 6i.
Minus 8i. And then minus
24i
24i
plus I.
plus
6i.
6i squared.
Yes.
What I squared is how much?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. So this is minus 6.
Yes.
If you combine this together, what do you get?
32.
32 what?
Uh,
I. And you have here
32.
32. 6 minus 6, 32.
26.
26, correct.
26 minus 32i.
So this one is what?
Down.
The top, right?
Yes.
So we get the bottom.
The bottom is 17.
The bottom is 17 and the top
26 minus 32.
26 minus 32 I. You see, I got rid of the I from the denominator. It's not there anymore. But remember, the guy, he said you have to split it. One is real
One imaginary.
and one is imaginary. So I will say 26 over 17 minus 32i over 70. I make it one imaginary and one real. Which one is real? Is this one is real. And which one is imaginary? This one. Because it has I. Clear? Let's move to the next one.
Pixel another. So we put the answer the 26 over 17 minus 32.
That's your final answer.
Okay.
You put it in the box. Of course, you need to practice on MyMathLab because the numbers change. Okay, and you need to see how much you're gonna get. Remember, MyMathLab changed the numbers,
Yes.
and then the tests, it's gonna be different numbers, right? Let's go to the next one. Here I have. We know that I to the power of 1 is what? Square root of what? What about I to the power of 2?
Minus 1.
What about I to the power of 3?
1 minus I.
Minus I. What about I to the power of 4?
1.
1. And this is repeating. So everything to the power of divided by 4 will give you what?
1.
1. Is this divided by 4?
No.
So I have to split it. What value I can split for the 27?
3.
No, 27 cannot divide by 4, right?
No.
So what about 24 by 4?
Yes.
You get 6. So you can put here to the power of 24 times I to the power of what? 3, correct. So your answer is what? I to the power of 3. How much is I to the power of 3? Minus I. So number 27, number 24 is minus I. Is that clear?
It's clear.